The whole God lick your feet clean thing, many people are obsessed with. Looks like one of those Easter eggs handed out after Earth was fully invented. You know, look at the story. You got these really sick people telling you that God's gonna lick your feet clean and do everything. You know, I mean, just do the most disgusting shit for you. And then what happens is you end up with these nations where trash is everywhere and your feet are constantly dirty if you don't buy some expensive shoes, and then your feet are going to get dirty from that. So you're going to need your feet clean either way. And then what's the only way to get your feet clean? To be a hot ass only fan model. And then what it turns it around completely 360. It's like, oh, you need your feet clean, huh? How about this? There's this fat bitch on OnlyFans. And she wants you to lick her feet for $700, bro. Only $700, and you can lick her feet clean. And they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. God's gonna lick my feet clean, and I'm gonna lick her feet clean. Looks like one of those Easter eggs. There's a lot of these fuckers hidden here, and the only answer is that Earth was already invented, and then we went back and made little jokes about everything that's happening and shit. But tell me that doesn't sound like. I mean, if you haven't seen the Easter eggs, then I don't know, but they're everywhere. Like when the J's ban you from saying the J, you call them ooze. It's like, oh my god, well, I guess no one will figure out who the ooze are. Ew, who are you talking about? I don't know. That was the first thing I thought when my grandma showed me a picture of her. She looked a lot like him. She was trying to be because Hollywood taught you to do that. And then she showed me a picture and she was a model and shit. And I was like, ew. I was like, maybe that's where that came from. Is lots of these things almost can only be explained because after the game was invented, we came back and we wrote some little what's that called? Notes, connotation notes, whatever, context notes type shit. Yeah, added some hidden Easter eggs, but tell me that's not it. You got trash on the planet walking around threatening to kill you if you don't lick your feet. And you know, there's from what I hear, and I didn't see it in every other nation, is not everyone goes around the planet saying you need to lick their feet because a god they invented said so, and or God needs to lick their feet. Like literally, like, you don't need to lick my feet. God's gotta lick my feet. You and him are both losers. And I could understand if you're like, wait a minute, you're the trash. Are we talking about hating you or hating what's creating you looking like an idiot here? Um, and it's like, wow, that's interesting. You go outside and you wade through the trash and the heroin needles, and then you go lick one of these people's feet clean, and you're gonna get AIDS because they done stepped on the syringes laying around outside and shit. Right? Sex with a person who works in the government. The same thing, right? Fucking pretty sure those people who appear outside are their people acting like they're that way to try to milk you for money, and whew, that's what they do, right? That's where the stories come from, is people like that trying to figure out how they can get 10 trillion fucking dollars so they can sit in their gold palaces and do nothing but kill and rape children all day. With no good cause either. No good cause. I guess the Bible one had some good causes, but it's like once you figure out who's writing it, you're like, I don't know about that. And then they're like, hey, God's gonna lick our feet clean, and then doesn't that seem like an Easter egg hidden here for you? I look up I just all I do is think of going outside in this nation. You know, I go to the West Coast. There's literally fucking syringes laying around from where they've been injecting bleach and whatever. They ain't been injecting no fucking opiates. They can't afford that. That's way too expensive for a homeless person. Unless they're rich people in disguise acting like that so they can milk you for your life and money, as all the ones who look like them that we knew in our real lives are actually doing. And you know, like they're doing Iran right now, like Donald Trump's doing America and shit. Like Biden did America. Anyways, it's a cute little Easter egg, and I think it's fucking amusing and shit, because it's like, oh, you want God to lick your feet? Why do your feet need lick, bro? Huh? What are your feet? What are you, dirty? Oh, you've been throwing your fucking, your syringes you used to inject antelope into your ass with your dad fucking in the streets instead of cleaning them up. Oh, so your feet's all dirty. You got AIDS and shit on them, and now you're dying. Well, it's not get there yet. Now your feet are dirty and they need lick clean. God, lick my feet clean. Lick my feet clean. And then God's like, now check this out. This is 700-pound bitch on OnlyFans. Isn't her feet beautiful? They don't need lick. They don't need clean. But guess what? It's so hot, ain't it? $700 only today. Only today on OnlyFans. It really looks like one of these Easter eggs where, you know, because I'm assuming there's like 10 million other players who have played this fucking before, and it's just like a standard Pong Grand Theft Auto video game and shit. And so, you know, the developers have had time to go back and work out the kinks. Isn't that weird that it all links back, just like this? They work out the kinks in the game, and that might be the only fucking reason they even did that and shit. Fucking, I also think the choking kink. Now that I think of that, but that one, it's like, wow, that one is definitely real. It's like motherfuckers be going around like, give me your soul and lick my feet, and I'm gonna, yeah, or my friend, my enemy, not my friend, not my brother who looks exactly like me is gonna torture you if you don't give me your soul and let me lick your feet, or lick my feet for me. You know where that ends with those people, right? They want to touch you. When an American man comes to talk to you, we know what that's up for, don't we, ladies? And if you didn't know it was a lady, which most of you do, because most of you guys are the ones trying to provoke it, like my ex who brought her brother in to have an orgy with me and shit. Fucking, and my mom who locked me in a church with a gay person when I was like 8 and left me. We know those people, don't we? Know that none of them are innocent. Fucking. And so, you know, that's where that leads. It's a kink. You see, I'm like literally trying to fucking, I'm just telling you the obvious of what it looks like. And then I didn't even realize when I'm making the video, we're working out the kinks in the video game. Where does that word even come from? We're working out the kinks. It's like choking out fucking dirty people. Working out the kinks. Hanging Jeffrey Epstein. Working out the kinks. Making people who need God to lick their feet fucking have like the filthiest streets so their feet can never be clean no matter what, how many times God licks them, which I'm sure the amount of times God cleans their feet is 0. It might be a negative number. Fucking, you never know when that 700 pounds OnlyFans bitch you're paying 700 to is actually God fucking with your head. And you know, if the bitch slaps you while you're licking the feet clean, you can bet your ass that's another piece of evidence that's not the 700-pound bitch, because 700-pound bitches can't even move. They're like rhinoceroses and bears. They hibernate like 7 months of the year and shit. That's how they get. You can't get all jacked like that unless you put in the work and sleeping all the time and shit. Fucking. So something happened there. But I really think that might be something. I really think it is, because it's like I get shown like all these little Easter eggs happening. That shit's been pissing me off recently, because we got a Got this slime bag recently coming up to me with his other gray slime bag, talking to me about that shit. And I was like, wow, you guys are filth. Like, just trying to come up with anything you can to just be the filth and disgustingness on the planet. We're gonna rape kids on for God, you know. There's only people. That's the only reason they can legally have sex with and mutilate kids is because they're doing it for God. You know, all the kinks are for God's people. The people inventing gods, trying to invent a new god every week. You know, same story, different god. None of the gods are explaining why they created a bunch of people inventing 1,000 different one true gods. That's the real God. Once he comes to you explaining to you that he created those dumbasses so you could slap them upside their fucking head and their trash and it's a fun little game and we're just here to fucking deal with the problem, then you know you haven't met the real God. Fucking, because real God explains why I've created 1,000 pieces of trash, other fake gods and shit. Real God explains that the other gods don't know because they're cartoon characters who don't exist and can't think of new thoughts. Fucking, just like the people writing their shit. That's a pretty cool little thing there. Wow, I didn't even think that. You see a new thing every video and it all ties in. Look how hard that is. I'm just sitting here fucking wasted and shit. And I'm like, we're working out the kinks, huh? I'm telling you, like, it sure the hell seems a lot like an Easter egg after we've created the entire game and came back and planted some funny little jokes on people who thought that they were fucking funny and they were really just disgusting fucking pigs trying to hide their disgusting fucking pigs. And then, so that's called working. If you don't know, that's kind of like working out the kink in a game. If you play a video game and it makes you feel like shit, you would have to work out the kink in the game. And what is one of the things that make you feel the most shitty on this planet? They're fucking kinks, isn't it? It's some of the shittiest fucking most disgusting stuff happening on this planet. Like the lick your feet clean shit these bastards fucking are allowed to run through the streets. They got all the shit they're allowed to legally do, like threaten to kill you and be like, you should lick my feet. And none of that should be illegal to say in any fucking first world nation. But we're in a fourth world nation that drug themselves to pre-caveman levels, and you have to wade through trash as you go through the streets like it's Italy, but instead of water, it's fucking needles to inject bleach and female hormones into their self and shit. Fucking, I think that this was created for this purpose because there's a lot of shit here that's pre-invented. Like World War II was pre-invented. My grandpa died being a loser. And so he was already gone before I came there. And because he was a loser, he ended up with a family of just loser Hebrew women who made a whole bunch of real stupid fucking do-nothing people and who are terrorists, fucking Bible invaders. And that's all they could do. And when they had problems invading people who live in tents in the desert and shit like that, you know? And it's like, you thought you was great because you could invade those people. Oh, wait till you see what happens next, buster. Oh, you thought you was great, and now you're rich and you got a fucking fancy house to live in after robbing it from the Germans, huh? Guess who's about to give their house to the people who gave it to them, have the house taken away from them? That's right. Guess who's going to spend their entire life blaming their children for what they did? That's right. Yeah. It's not that funny to actually have to be alive here. I know. The non-living beings have these emotional vocabulary. Like licking their feet. It's like, that's not even fun. Like, we don't need that. But it's like, it designs robots who like having their feet licked clean, and I can see the purpose here when you got the 700 pounds only fan model. Some people going around saying God needs to lick your feet clean. God needs to lick your feet, enslaving everyone on the planet. Tell them God said they should lick your feet clean, and it's like, Well, maybe God should send you a 700-pound fat bitch to charge you $700 to clean her feet and distract you from all the dumb shit you're fucking saying so you can't say it to anyone else. And then it happens. Maybe God should put a bunch of trash in the street so when you walk down the street, your feet are constantly dirty, and no matter how many times you use the Bible to trick people or God, the name God, to trick people into fucking licking your feet is always fucking dirty. I think that's it right there. No matter how many times these people outside go around telling people to lick their fucking feet clean for like God licks their feet clean. Their feet are always going to be fucking dirty and shit, aren't they? I think that's the Easter egg.